มาจักกนังปันสังครูจีนปรัชญาเปลี่ยนสามัคคีกลมนันเนียสังครูบอมรากาเปียกัมพูชีหมายตรงรบเนียเปียมเปียสันเสรีไอกระเรียนโบราณเพียมอาทัปไตยหมายประเสริฐโดประดันไทยรักษามันอ่อยบอตึงเฉลียนเปียนโมกตรวตราสมบัติโดนตาทนเทียนจิตขมายเรียงอาทิตย์เรียงบอมลือกัมพูชีขมายไอกระเทียมเนียต้องสลายปัญหาโยบายเศรษฐกิจสังคมอันหงสาสปอร์ตไลท์คลาจีเบียบเพียมรุ่งเรืองใจยืนตูยืนผู้เข้ายืนขมายกรองลานสังคมจีนไทยรักนาดจอมเราอำนาจจุนราเจียตั้งไปกัมพูชีรุ่งเรืองเสียงสานเจโยคณะป่าสังคมจีนสมาชิกคณะปังสังคมจีนปรัชญาไม่เพียนสามัคคีกลมนันเนียสังคมบอมรากาเปียกัมพูชีหมายตรงรบเนียเปียมเปียสันเสรีไอกระเรียนโบราณเพียมอาทัปไตยหมายประเสริฐโดประดันไทยรักษามันอ่อยบอตึงเฉลียนเปียนโมกตรวตราสมบัติโดนตาทนเทียนจิตขมายเรียงอาทิตย์เรียงบอมพลือกัมพูชีมาไอกระเทียมเนียต้องสลายปัญหาโยบายเศรษฐกิจสังคมอันหงสาสปอร์ตไลท์คลาจีเบียบเพียมรุ่งเรืองใจยืนตูยืนผู้เข้ายืนขมายกรองลานสังคมจีนไทยรักบอชนาดอ้อยจอมประดออำนาจจุนราเจียตั้งไปกัมพูชีรุ่งเรืองเสียงสาน
And welcome and thank you for joining our show. This is CNRP America, Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. Again, thank you and welcome to our show. Today is December 28, 2021. I hope you have a great Christmas a couple days ago. Hopefully it's full of family and a lot of eating. So hopefully your Christmas was wonderful. Again, my name is Linda. I am your host for tonight. We will have a great discussion with two of my guests. Our topic for tonight is Hun Sen will not represent Cambodia or ASEAN. We will talking about his plan to visit Myanmar on January 7 and January 8 in 2022. So it is coming up in like a little bit over weeks, but we will talk about that regarding he will not be representing Cambodia or ASEAN. But before we started, as always, please support our petitions ending impunity for justice in Cambodia. Our petition so far have gathered over 112,000 signatures as of today. So please support our petitions at change.org, ending impunity for justice in Cambodia. Together we fight to end impunity for victims of state-backed killings. And as 2 weeks ago, I reminded that the impunity in Cambodia still exists because our youth activist Sin Khon was murdered at 1 a.m. at night, and as of today, the true perpetrator never brought to justice. So the ending impunity, our campaign is still alive. Our campaign is still going on. And again, the state-backed killing is still exists in Cambodia as of November 21st last month. So please help to support at petitions at change.org. I have a short video clip from Her Excellency Mosapur thanking you, the supporter, for signing the petitions who believe in ending impunity, who believe in justice, who believe in especially ending state-backed killing in Cambodia. So please watch the video, and then if you have not signed, if you have not supported yet, please head to change.org. Thank you.
អីប៉ាធ្វើល្អបានគេសម្រាប់
រដ្ឋប្រហារថ្ងៃទី5ទី6ជីវជាត្រូវបានថ្មកំភ្លើងបានសម្លាប់នេះជាប់ពាក់ព័ន្ធនឹងរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនេះអ្នកស្រីពីស្រុកលោកកាន់លៃត្រូវបានថ្មកំភ្លើងបានសម្លាប់3គ្រាប់កាលពីថ្ងៃក្រោយប៉ុន្តែត្រាក់បេះដូងលែងដើរដល់សកុតភ្លៀង
ខ្ញុំសូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណទៅដល់បងប្អូនដែលបានចូលរួមចុះហត្ថលេខាលើកញត្តិយុទ្ធនាការបញ្ចប់នៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅកម្ពុជាតាមនិយាយទាំងអស់ពីពិភពលោកបានចូលរួមធ្វើនៅកាតព្វកិច្ចដ៏សំខាន់មួយពិសេសយុវជនដែលបានចូលរួមញត្តិបញ្ចប់នៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជារបស់យើងហើយក៏ជាលើកទី1នៅក្នុងប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដែលបងប្អូនខ្មែរទូទាំងពិភពលោកអាចមានឱកាសចូលរួមស្វែងរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនអ្នកដែលបានបាត់បង់ជីវិតទៅហើយនៅពេលនេះញត្តិយើងបានជាង 100000 ដែលញត្តិរបស់យើងគឺមានចំនួន 100000 ជាងហើយមិនដែលមានញត្តិណាមានខ្ពស់ដល់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយនៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលយើងចង់បញ្ចប់គឺករណីសម្រាប់ដោយរដ្ឋដូចជាករណីលោកជាវិជាករណីលោកស្រីពិសិដ្ឋលក្ខចាក់នៃលោកកែនលីករណីលោកឈុតវិធីករណីនៃបដិជនសុនប៊ុនធឿនបានសម្លាប់ទង្គាលទៅលើពលរដ្ឋទៅលើអ្នកចេះដឹងទៅលើអ្នកដែលឈឺឆ្អាលរឿងប្រទេសជាតិរឿងនយោបាយហើយបន្តប៉ុណ្ណោះគឺយើងស្វែងរកយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាទៀតមិនឲ្យមានការកាប់សម្លាប់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋក្រៅប្រព័ន្ធច្បាប់នោះទេដូច្នេះយុទ្ធនាការនេះគឺជាយន្តការអន្តរជាតិមួយដើម្បីជួយរកយុត្តិធម៌គាត់តាមរយៈអន្តរជាតិដើម្បីយើងប្តឹងទៅតុលាការអន្តរជាតិជួយរកភាពយុត្តិធម៌ជូនអ្នកដែលបានបាត់បង់ជីវិតអ្នកដែលយកបានមកចុះហត្ថលេខាជាង 100000 អ្នកនេះគឺយើងយកទៅអង្គការសហប្រជាជាតិដើម្បីទាមទារឲ្យអង្គការសហប្រជាជាតិដឹងថាត្រូវតែមានការស៊ើបអង្កេតដោយឯករាជ្យលើករណីទាំងអស់នេះលុះត្រាតែបងប្អូនយើងទាំងអស់គ្នានៅក្នុងស្រុកនិងក្រៅស្រុកចូលរួមឲ្យបានច្រើនបន្តនៅយុទ្ធនាការបញ្ចប់នៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដូច្នេះសូមបន្តចុះញត្តិឲ្យបានច្រើនគ្រប់គ្នាបន្ថែមទៀតហើយខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាពុកម៉ែបងប្អូននឹងបន្តចុះញត្តិអនឡាញនេះបន្តទៅទៀតដើម្បីឈានទៅរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនដល់ជនរងគ្រោះឲ្យបញ្ចប់ពីទណ្ឌភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដោយគ្រាន់តែបងប្អូនមានត្រឹមតែទូរស័ព្ទដៃមួយគ្រឿងនេះគឺជារឿងអស្ចារ្យមួយនៅក្នុងសតវត្សទី21នាសម័យបច្ចេកវិទ្យានេះយើងរួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជាចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងកម្ពុជាយើងចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជាទាំងអស់គ្នាយើងរួមគ្នាដើម្បីបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដើម្បីបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពឲ្យមានយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជារួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជារួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជាសូមបងប្អូនចូលរួមចុះហត្ថលេខាលើញត្តិរបស់យើងដើម្បីបញ្ចប់វប្បធម៌នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដើម្បីរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនទៅដល់អ្នកដែលរងគ្រោះចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាចូលរួម
Thank you and welcome back. I said earlier regarding the current impunity, the current killing in Cambodia. I'm going to show the picture. He was hacked to death on November 21st. CNRPU, they were trying to kill him. It wasn't successfully. The second time they successful at killing him. And so far right now, there's no real true perpetrator. All the people that they brought to court, they actually arrest are fall. And unfortunately, that is the current situation in Cambodia. So your support in ending impunity for justice in Cambodia is still very, very vital for our campaign. Like I said, he was hacked to death on November 21st. So this is over a little months ago that state-backed killing in Cambodia, it still exists. So please help to support our petitions at change.org. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Linda Wu. Welcome to our show. This is CNRPA America, CNRP America live TV show. Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. Our topic for today is Hun Sen will not represent Cambodia or ASEAN. I have two wonderful guests with me. I would like to welcome my first guest. His name is Vannarin Puth. He is so kind. I wasn't able to do the show last week, and he still was able to be here with us. So let me bring him in. He is the CNRPA, CNRPO member, and also a treasurer in Montreal, Canada. So let me welcome him. Chum hiệp xưa lục bù. Cannot hear.
Low.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, no, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had trouble. I don't know. Thank you very much. Okay.
Chum hiệp xưa lục bù, how are you?
Yeah, good evening, Linda. Good evening, everybody. Very good here in Canada.
Thank you for joining our show, and thank you for making yourself available this week. Even though we didn't get a chance to go live last week, you still make time and available to be here today. And thank you so much. In America, the COVID-19 Omicron is really soaring. How is it in Canada?
In
how's
Canada,
Canada doing?
I believe the same thing. Even was today, just in Quebec province, we have more than 12,000 people. And but we know that most of them are not so bad, but still a big number. And it's very hard. They close many public places in different from United States. Here they close many places, and we still get a very, very high number. I hope we'll bring down soon. Yeah,
I hope that's our hope. In Los Angeles, California, we are looking at like 10,000 per day where people get infected with COVID-19, and I'm hoping, because right now they enforce indoor wearing masks again, but I did not see many places that closed down. So hopefully the number improve, and that's our hope. Thank you so much, Lukpu, for being here.
Okay, thank you.
My second guest, her name is Sita Arunson. She is from Fresno, California. She is the CNRPA supporter. Let me bring her out. Sita.
Linda.
How are you?
Good, I'm good. How about you?
What Bong Sita? Oh, you have kids. So how was your Christmas?
Was good. A lot of eating. Family get together, and a lot of eating as usual.
Do you have small children that still believe in Santa?
No, my youngest is 13, but we do a little gift here and there, with my sibling family as well. So we do one big family, like about 20 people, not just my house.
Good. And thank you, Bang, for being here. And Lukpu Vannarin, you are so kind to come back, even though last week we canceled our show, and you still make your time available this week. So thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Thank you. Let me put Lukpu back on. Before we start in our going on our topic today, Hun Sen will not represent Cambodia or ASEAN. We want to do a little bit of current event. Let me share a little bit of the screen, and then we can talk and a little bit. Let me see. Can you see that screen?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from yesterday. That means saying Thierry went to court yesterday, and before she entered court or after the court, there's Friday Women's there to supporting her, and this is a great show of of support. And the reason I brought it up here, I want everyone who's in Cambodia to support the goal, to support her. Bong Sita, you have anything to add regarding that? Anything comment you want to share with Oh,
Yeah, yeah. That they postpone or put the court date in January because of the situation that she went to court, and it was not as planned. So the next court date is going to be in January the 4th. So we are asking everybody who's in Cambodia to join, to come to the court, and to show the solidarity, to show her support, that we stand together with Saint Terry. She's representing democracy. She's representing a strong-willed woman, not letting the Hun Sen regime just pushing them around. And she's representing women, and she's representing democracy for Cambodia as a whole. So we are asking everybody who believe in democracy to come, to go to the courthouse on January the 4th to support her, to support democracy, to show the solidarity, unity, that we are not, afraid of the regime oppressing us from expressing the the willing to fight the system, the regime right now, to stand up to the regime. So please go support Saint Terry. And those of us who's not in Cambodia, please also show support by sharing when they do live show during that day. Share, and make comments and just blow up Facebook. That's how we can support her as well.
Look, have anything to add to Bong Sita regarding the support for Minh Saint Thierry?
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'm afraid my line is disconnected again. I don't know why I have so much problem tonight. I'm hoping everything is okay. Yeah, for the Century Court, first of all, thank you very much for the Friday lady activist that come to join her. It's very brave lady, and thank you very much for them. And they even meet every Friday, and they still come to join. They all very very brave. Thank you very much again. And the Sita said, I believe the same thing, the same message I want to say. We regret that we don't have more people join her. I believe, I hope, and I believe all the young generation in Cambodia, or who like the democracy, who like human rights, should join her, to show the people, to show the world that it really team together with her to support democracy and human rights, because everybody know that the justice in Cambodia is almost zero, or even below zero, I think. So I believe people should go support her, and in 4th of January 2022. So please join her for the next court. Yeah, thank you much.
Thank you, Luk Pu. I have a short video clip from Radio Free Asia for our audience who are not familiar with her court case. And again, we thinking of her, we are with her. It happened that Luk Pu in Canada, Bong Sita and I in the United States. And if anyone listening to this show, and if they are in Cambodia, please help to support her. If you believe in justice, and if just go support her as a woman who's there by herself, very strong woman. Please go support her. Like the Friday woman, they come all over different places of Cambodia to support her yesterday. So please continue to support her. And if you have not been into the court, outside the court to support her, please start supporting her. Her next court date is January 4th. Let me share a little bit of the clip that I have. Let me see. Yeah.
So at the last hearing, December 7, earlier this month, I was told that it was inappropriate for me as a Cambodian woman to wear traditional Cambodian women attire, which was the Apsar suit. So today I decided that I would be accommodating, and wear what other people are allowed to wear into the hearing, which is Western attire. តស៊ូមតិដោយសន្តិវិធីដោយទាមទារយុត្តិធម៌ហើយបានជឿខ្លួនបានទទួលស្គាល់ពីសហប្រជាជាតិ
Thank you. And that was the event yesterday. Again, she shaving her hair, preparing to go to jail. No matter what she said or do, since the court is controlled by the regime, she is preparing herself. So please, again, January 4th, she is going to be going to court again. So please help to support her. If you are in Cambodia, please help to support her. And thank you, Sita, and thank you, Lupu, for mentioning the reason why we should be supporting her, why we should be there. And I totally agree with that. Thank you. I didn't know I was going to spend that much time. I was going to do a little bit. Let's get into our topic. Our topic is Hun Sen will not represent Cambodia or ASEAN. I'm not sure our audience know January 7 and January 8 of 2022. A lot happening in January. Hun Sen is going to Myanmar to meet the military leader. His name is, I believe, is Ming Leng. I could be butchering his name. And as we know, we are not supporting that. We know two dictators cannot be meeting each other. We don't want them to meet. Also, Hun Sen have a history of human rights, have a history of backstepping on democracy, and he should be at home solving his own problem. And thank you, Brittany Ming Ang Lao. I hope I said it correctly. Lokpo, can you help to elaborate why he's going to Myanmar?
I believe, first of all, to answer your topic, the Hun Sen is not representing Cambodian. I believe this topic I just try to answer in two points. First of all, Hun Sen, what he want only the money. Maybe he's not directly has money, but all his family, his children, her daughter, Hun Mana she has so much money. So Hun Sen want to keep the money. Second point is the power. He want to keep only the power. So the second point that I try to raise here, it really related to his mission, go to Myanmar to meet the military leader Min Aung Hlaing. Okay, yes, his mission, I believe, it's not his idea himself. Visit Min Aung Hlaing is really the idea of President Xi Jinping of China, Communist president, that pushed him to go there, because many times President Xi Jinping tried to ask all the Asian leaders, request all the Asian leaders, ask him to join, ask Mr. Min Aung Hlaing to join the the committee, the committee, because I believe last time when they have the meeting in Brunei, all the Asian leader are rejected. Even the other leader of the West country rejected him, ban him to join the meeting. Again, last time when they meet together in video conference, Mr. Xi Jinping asked ASEAN leader again to get Mr. Min Aung Hlaing to join. It really the interest of China to get Mr. Min Aung Hlaing to join. And as everybody know, Mr. Hun Sen is just a small chess of the Xi Jinping, because they need the power. No, sorry, he need the power. So in order to keep the power, he rely only to China. So anything that China asks him to do, he need to do that, and he has to do that. Even the other country against the visit of him to Myanmar, but he still go anyway. Even the people, Burmese people against Hun Sen, even burn his picture, down, and he still go anyway. So I believe the main reason is really request by Chinese president.
Let me. I have a short clip from our acting president Sam Rangsi, CNRP acting president, and like a 2-minute clip on his statement on that. Let me share, and then we'll continue on our questions.
That, as I have just said, dictatorship, they need and they will do whatever they can to have absolute power, which cannot be shared. Therefore, all democrats in the region, from Myanmar, also from Thailand, from Cambodia, from Malaysia, from Indonesia, from the Philippines, countries where there are democratic force, noticeable democratic force, we should work together to cooperate. We should not allow dictators to cooperate among themselves. Look at Hun Sen now. It is clear that Hun Sen wants to protect the military junta. Hun Sen has received the foreign minister from the military junta in Phnom Penh. And Hun Sen is going to visit Myanmar as if there is business as usual. Hun Sen wants to normalize the situation in Myanmar. His objective is to bring the leadership of Myanmar back to international fora, including summit meeting within ASEAN and with the rest of the world. This is unacceptable. This is very sad, very dangerous that Cambodia has become the chair of ASEAN, and Hun Sen is using his position to try to legitimize the military junta after the coup. This is unacceptable. I think all democrats in the region now should speak with one voice and should condemn what Hun Sen is doing. He's abusing his position as a chair of ASEAN to try to legitimize and to normalize the situation in Myanmar. I think our final goal, if the democrats in the region work closely and effectively together, is to see a reverse domino effect. We are now concerned that one democracy fall one after another under the hands of dictators. But let's work together. I am sure that one day democracy will prevail in our region, and we will push for the victory of democracy in the rest of the world. Thank you.
To you, Mr. Sam Rangsi, can you tell us the ways in which you think that
I hope you can hear that. I was having difficulty with my internet, but we all know that Hun Sen is going to Myanmar just for his benefit, for his dictatorship, so it's not benefiting because as we said, Cambodian and ASEAN is disagree with him being in Myanmar. Bang Sita, you have anything to add regarding Hun Sen going to be in Myanmar on January 7 and 8 next year?
Yeah. Well, in addition to what Luku Vannarin and Luk Samrang-si said already, we see the interest that the only thing that he is going is for the Chinese, benefit for the Chinese, because Chinese is his boss right now, and it's about the geopolitics in the region, and being the dictatorship himself, Hun Sen being the dictatorship himself at the summit, gonna be lonely. So he needs some partner to be there, to back him up too. That's another thing that I could think of. That he might he think that he can negotiate and make a see right there. He was isolated, and he probably doesn't want to be like that again. So the only things that he's doing this is because he think he can negotiate. Of course he can negotiate and bring the military Myanmar military leaders to the summit, but what good will that what good will come out of that? Hun Sen is the same, doing this the same thing as the Myanmar leadership right now. He outs the opposition party in 2017, and there's no strong opposition party in Cambodia right now that go against him, and Min Aung Hlaing did the same thing with Aung San Suu Kyi. He kicked her out and house arrest her, and did a lot of bad things. And so the parallel there is very much similar. So he has his buddy there that he wants to bring to the summit to rub each other's back, I guess. There's nothing good out of that that I can see. The only good things that is for them to have numbers, because there's 10 countries in the ASEAN 10 countries in the ASEAN committee, and I think 5 of them are against it, and the other country like stay silent, like Thailand and Vietnam, Laos. They stay silent because they have communist dictatorship style of leadership as well. But at the same time, the majority of the democratic country, they do not support that. But at the same time, the summit has to go on, and Hun Sen has to be the host for the for that next summit, and we'll see. But I don't think that there's nothing good gonna come out of that besides they gonna be rubbing each other's back for that reason, I think.
Thank you, Bang Sita. I have a little clip. Is in case our international audience or people in America does not know who is the military leader in Myanmar and who is Hun Sen. So a short clip, so that way it reminds us why they are who they are.
Mabuhay! Ako po si Elsie Gomez Bisana at ako po ay isang immigrant dito sa Canada. Ako po ay isang registration assistant sa isa sa mga universities.
Another clamber for oxygen during a brutal rise in COVID-19 cases, this time in Myanmar, allegedly made worse by the military regime withholding medical supplies from its opponents.
Healthcare workers are being attacked and arrested. The virus is spreading through the population very fast indeed.
On Sunday, leader Min Aung Hlaing blamed the opposition for the virus spread. Marking 6 months since his coup, he is promising free and fair elections by August 2023, with 2 more years of a state of emergency.
If he actually believes in democracy and democratic values, he wouldn't stage a coup on 1st of February and continue killing civilians until today. So again, these are empty promises.
Wei Ninh Puinton is a Burmese democracy activist. Just like her father, he was jailed at the start of the coup. Months of protests since then have seen hundreds of deaths and thousands of arrests. Puinton says the previous regime of Aung San Suu Kyi was deeply flawed too, accountable to the military, but it was democratically elected.
In Burma, we never had a genuine or even democracy at all. In city areas, yes, we had a relative freedom, but in ethnic area, human rights abuses, human rights violations continue in that 10 years period.
Including the persecution and killing of Rohingya Muslims in 2017, actions Ottawa calls genocide. Long-term change, she says, will need more international pressure, like the sanctions imposed by Canada and others.
They have been able to get away with all these atrocities, not only from the 1st of February, but from many, many decades. So they have this sense of impunity that they can get away with almost everything.
Leaders in the region meet Monday to appoint an envoy to broker talks between the junta and the opposition. And this week, the first trial of Suu Kyi is set to wrap. Redmond Channel Global News, London.
That's a little bit of Myanmar if you have not followed these current situations. And I also have a little bit if you have not followed the current situations in Cambodia, whose Hun Sen is, who the Dirty Dozen. Let me see. I'm trying to look for a video and let me see. Look, Pu Vannarin, while I'm looking, do you have anything to add regarding our stand?
I can add one point that I believe as a next host, Hun Sen, maybe he has right to visit the Burma, okay, but his visit need to bring the ASEAN or Asian, Asian secretary with him, and they need to support 5 points that they already agreed before, but a few months ago, I believe beginning of 2021, the summit organized by Indonesia and with other Asian countries, they already agree 5 points, okay? And even the military regime, Min Aung Hlaing, he was agree also, he accept that 5 points, but now he didn't accept at all. So none of the 5 points that he can respect. So why Hun Sen visit Min Aung Hlaing as a personal, or maybe like Mr. Samransi said, he used his authority to visit that. But that is wrong, because as a next host, he need to visit as a host next year. So he need to visit as a team, as ASEAN team. That is completely wrong. That's why all the Burmese people are against Hun Sen, and all other country in the ASEAN country are against him. Because even he said that I believe even the people that follow Mr. Hun Sen public talking, he said that he even blamed the other leader, said that if you all not agree of my visit, you need to pull out your embassy from Myanmar. That is completely wrong what he said. You cannot just, they need to leave, they need to keep the embassy to do. It's not just when you're not happy with somebody, you just pull out embassy. That is completely wrong what he said. But anyway, that what my point is he can visit, but he need to visit as a team, as a Asian team. It's not personal visit. Thank you.
Last year, Brunei banned Myanmar from meeting in ASEAN, from joining the meeting. And this year, which is not going to be this year, next year, Cambodia going to be a chairmanship. And the start of next year, which is January 7, Hun Sen will be there. And the ASEAN is condemning that, we don't want Myanmar to be joining this as a 10 country because of the military leader. And we need to keep that. Hun Sen is going to Myanmar against the ASEAN wish. How is that he want to bring the 10, what he said, he want 10 country to be as an ASEAN. But at the same time, if you remember in 2012, when ASEAN was also a chairmanship 10 years ago, ASEAN cannot issue a statement, a joint statement. Every single year they issue a joint statement, but because of China mangling with Cambodia and still continue till today, ASEAN for the first time cannot issue a joint statement. And why is it important at this time that he insisting of going to Myanmar to make sure there's 10 countries together making up ASEAN? That is he is benefiting from this relationship, not Cambodia and not ASEAN as a whole.
Yeah, I agree.
For our audience who have not, I show a little bit of Myanmar. I'm going to show a little bit of Cambodia, and the very famous that I always use is, there's corruption, there's stepping on democracy in Cambodia, and that is I'm going to show what we call a dirty dozen, dirtiest of the dozen. There's many, many more dozen of this corrupted official. But let me share, and we can watch it together. Bong Sita, wouldn't he better off be staying in Cambodia, solving Cambodia issue? Any issue you think that he should be solved in Cambodia?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, he has so much in Cambodia. There's so much problem that he can solve right now. There's a lot of parallel, like I mentioned earlier. Like we saw the clip that you show about Myanmar, that the opposition party, San Suu Kyi, and her groups of people were in jailed and went to court, and the same happening in Cambodia. The opposition party is being called to go to court with Thein Seri, with many other opposition party leaders being called to court. The same parallel, and the killing. I read a new earlier today that it's about 1,400, 1,300 some killing already, that in Myanmar as of lately, the latest number. And in Cambodia you show the impunity, the same thing. So there's a lot of parallels. So the only reason that he's going is to get a body who can rub each other's back and say, hey, you doing it right, I'm doing it right, let's continue this hardship. Let's continue this charades, to please China, so China can continue to contribute to them. That's the only thing that I could think of. That's why he's trying to go and do this, even though majority of the ASEAN countries already opposed bringing Myanmar leader into the summit. And Hun Sen know that he's gonna be pressured to do better at the summit if he's alone. If somebody else there, then there's less pressure on him. I guess that's another thing that probably. So he could do better. He could, maybe show a little bit more compassion with his own people. Human right violation that he's and his crony are doing in Cambodia. He could work on that before he go to the summit, to show some face. But nope, he's not doing any of that. He choose to, try to solve somebody else's problem, but in his own home, he has a lot of problem that he has to solve. But I guess he think he can do better for for Myanmar and for the summit. I don't know what his thought is, but that's the only thing that I can think of at this point.
The United States foreign policy Blinken also said that the situations in Myanmar in the last 10 months in the coup has gotten worse, with massacre, arrests, and violence against protesters. So when we're talking about Myanmar and Cambodia, it's very similar, very similar situation, whereas the arrest, just standing still, you get arrested, and the same thing with Myanmar. And I totally agree with what Luk Pu said and Bong Sita said. Solve problem at your own hand, at your own land. Solve problem in Cambodia, especially with human rights. Burma, how the military leader is really worst situation in human rights in Myanmar, and by him going it, it's like supporting that, supporting the people that's suffering, supporting the military regime. Luk Pu wondered, you have anything to add regarding his visit on January 7 and 8?
Yeah, I believe the same thing like you said, because Hun Sen must clean up his own home first, and the video clip that you showed me minutes ago, 30,000 that report. I forgot the name of the human rights activist that write that report. It like 200-page report. I read not full, because 1 year and a half ago we sent that report to Canadian government, asked them to punish this general also, and the video minutes ago, it just showed a small part of the big picture. The big picture even much worse than that. Imagine today Cambodia still have around 1.5 million people left Cambodia to work in Thailand. Okay, and inside Cambodia itself, the whole economy of Cambodia rely on the export of clothes, of shoe, everything that bought, that purchased by the West country, And right now, Hun Sen does not respect any West country, any country, even United States or Canada or European, Union or British, he doesn't respect anything. I believe one day when these countries said that enough is enough, they start to penalize the economy of Cambodia, not just the leader, because now they start to punish the leader, all the leader that you already five general that already punished by USA, by the USA's treasury, but it's coming. But one day, for sure, right now they don't want to punish economy yet. But imagine more than half GDP of Cambodia. Cambodia had 29 billion GDP, but more than half is selling all the material to Western country, include Canada or United States, But imagine they just raise some GSP tax, or some, like European start to raise some tax. Imagine how bad situation is in Cambodia. So all the rich people that you show on this video clip, it really very, very rich. You talk about the house of a multi-million-dollar house, and it's not just one or two. Really, I believe many of them, maybe 20, more than 20, maybe 50 multi-millionaire that has the house more than 3-4 million. And aside that, most of the minister of Cambodia have their children buy the house in Australia, in Cyprus, we know, everybody know that, but one day they start to penalize that, and you will see how bad economy in Cambodia is, because right now, even the Western open all the import of the material from Cambodia, we still have not enough job. Like 1.5 million people go to Thailand, even during the COVID. I believe most of people see some of the picture or the video that many people, even during the COVID, they start to cross the border to get the job, because in Cambodia they don't have anything and no. So I believe one day Hun Sen will be wake up, because you cannot continue like that, and from my point of view, Hun Sen dictator even worse than Minh Aung Hlaing. I can raise a few points, but really it worse than Minh Aung Hlaing for all the point of view, For sure, Minh Aung Hlaing it just start, but don't forget Hun Sen start almost 40 years, and he do the coup d'etat in 1997. They kill many people and kill, and he do different strategy. But Hun Sen is worse than Minh Aung Hlaing from my point of view. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lokpo. Let me we did a little bit of video from our acting president, CNRP acting president, Sam Rang Si. Let me read the statement, and I do, as many Cambodian overseas, and also as many Myanmar, Burma also agree that they are not happy that Hun Sen is going to Myanmar on January 7 and 8. So the statement is that Hun Sen will become the first foreign leader to visit Myanmar since the coup. He already has welcomed Myanmar military appointed foreign minister in Cambodia. And what it said, the existence of two Southern Asia dictatorship which put their own survival at any cost before well-being of their people risk destabilization the whole region. Their shared contempt for the concept of a democratic mandate mean that both regimes are effectively at war with their own people. Human Rights Watch has highlighted that the military junta in Myanmar is blocking humanitarian aid from humanitarian in Cambodia, supporter of the banned CNRP as well as other critics of the regime have been intimidated, prisoned, killed, and exiled. So like Puth said, and also like Sita said, it's for his own interest. So when the summit come up, he wouldn't be standing by himself. So instead of working with the other 8 country to sanctions Myanmar, he went ahead and against their wish, against the other 8 country, and with his plan is visiting on the 7th. So like this show said, Hun Sen is not representing Cambodia, and Hun Sen is not. I was born in Cambodia, so Hun Sen is not representing us, representing the people in Cambodia or ASEAN. So before we end our show, we are to the very end. Bong Sita, do you want anything to add before? And then I would like Lupu to add anything to our topic before we say goodbye to our audience.
We'll just have to wait and see what's the good that will come out. But as everybody expressed already, we don't see any good that come out of for Hun Sen visiting Myanmar. He's doing it to please his master, which is China, and so he can continue to get the benefit from China's support of the 2 countries, which is Myanmar and Cambodia. And second thing that I want to say tonight is the support sanctuary on the 4th of January. She's going back to court on the 4th. And so those of you who live in Cambodia, come out to support her, to show solidarity. If you like democracy, love democracy, want democracy in our country, to see democracy in our country, want to see a fair due process in court, which with Thein Sari and other opposition party is going to be facing, please come out and support. And those of us who live outside in Cambodia, just help share. People are going to be showing and live shows, be on live on that day, and then help share and help make a lot of noise and likes, and that way we have a bigger number. The bigger the number, the better to show unity, and the less likely we being oppressed. So that's my other message. Thank you.
Thank you, Bong Sita, and also for the people that oversee, and if you have family in Cambodia, please encourage as well to support and to show up and support the military on January 4th. Lupu 100, we almost at the end of our show. Do you have anything to add to our topic or our current event for today?
I believe the show is too short.
Too short. You can keep going.
I'm sorry. I want to add 2 points. 2 points. I believe first point, I said that these 2 countries, Myanmar and Cambodia, it really both dictators have China in the back, in the back. I believe Myanmar, they have a lot of investment from China, and also the big pipeline from the sea to west of the China, that big pipeline, that because China need a lot of petrol, so they need to pass the big pipeline from the sea to the China west, So and you know in Cambodia, Hun Sen, everything it from China, everything best friend or whatever they install or the military base in a realm. But these 2 points that I want to say, that the first point I want to say, how these countries have China in the back. And another point I want to say that these two dictators are the same, but I still believe Hun Sen is even worse. You know why I said worse? Okay, Hun Sen, he do the coup d'etat in 1997. Okay, and he killed many people in the back. Okay, and he hold the power almost 40 years. But Hun Sen, what he did, he just dissolved opposition party arrest before election. For sure, if he lose the election in 2018, for sure the CNRP will win the same thing like Aung San Suu Kyi. But Hun Sen, he a little bit faster than Min Aung Hlaing, and I believe everybody here that Hun Sen said that if you raise one hand, he beat one, you know, raise one, he beat one. So he don't allow anybody do a big manifestation like Burma. That's why Hun Sen he even worse, but his strategy may be a little bit better than Min Aung Hlaing. That's what I want to say in the beginning of the program, but I forgot to, I don't have time to say, but I just want to add. But anyway, the same thing I want to add, the same thing like Sita said, the same thing I believe, get together and support Mrs. Saint Thierry to show the people, to show the world that people in Cambodia like to have human rights and democracy in the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Our show should be support the innocent and against the dictatorship. So if you are in Cambodia, please help to support Miss Saint Thierry on January 4th. She, like I said, support the innocent. Friday Women were there yesterday, so please continue to be there. Please continue to raise your voice, amplify your voice. And we all know, Bong Sita and I, look, Vannarin, know that Cambodian women are very strong, very courageous. So please show up, be strong, be courageous, and please show up on January 4th to support the innocent, which is, that means Saint Thierry just there by herself, fighting against the regime. And against another side to that topic is we again dictatorship meeting dictatorship. Dictator meeting dictators. They are really they only looking for their own benefit, and it's not for the people of Cambodia, and it's not the benefit for ASEAN. So thank you so much, both Lok Bu and Bong Sita, for being here today, and thank you our audience. And let me see. We are at the end of our show. Thank you so much, our audience, for being here, and thank you for being here every Tuesday. And please let me know if you have any topic you would like me to talk about. And I know the new year will be here before we meet. Also, happy new year, happy January 1st. If you don't celebrate New Year on January 1st, hope that you have a great New Year. Please party responsibly. I know it's on New Year's, you have many events to go to, so please party responsibly. Also party in small number. COVID-19 is still alive and is still with us in 2019. So please, again, party responsibly. And thank you so much, and Happy New Year, and see you next Tuesday.